Hello, friends, and welcome back to VHS. I'm your host, Jesse. For our next episode in the future season, we're taking a look back into the ancient past, the year 2001. Does HAL 9000 still scare us with his singing? When was the last time this lady knew which direction she was actually facing? And most importantly, is Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece 2001: A Space Odyssey still worth a watch today? Well, let's find out. It's the Hollywood Holdup featuring 2001. Couple quick items before we get started. The first is, if you enjoy the video, please give it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more of our silliness. Next, this is your friendly neighborhood spoiler warning. We're going to talk about the whole movie. I don't understand what's happening any more than you do, but we are going to discuss it, so spoiler warning. Finally, everyone say a quick hello to producer Craig, who is not a threat to humanity whatsoever.
Quite honestly, I wouldn't worry myself about that.
And now, the movie in a minute. Pick up on Moonwatcher and his clan of apes getting their butts whooped at the watering hole until one night, Monolith, baby, this goofy space tablet just shows up out of nowhere and starts emitting this sound that ultimately turns this clan of apes into... Ugh. Thanks a lot, Monolith. Anyway, we jump ahead to the year 2001, and would you believe it, another monolith has appeared, but this time on the moon. Good thing we're all spacey these days, so our man Haywood Floyd goes to check it out. Oh god, this one starts emitting its own crazy sound. Are we getting double extra violence powers? Nope, it's just pointing to another monolith off the coast of Jupiter. Friggin' scavenger hunt ass monoliths, where are we going with this? Oh right, we're going to the most famous part of the movie. Let's keep it simple. HAL 9000 is a supercomputer basically running the ship who has a major breakdown because of a contradiction in his programming that orders him to tell the truth while also ordering him to conceal the true mission from his crew. HAL starts f***ing up, so the astronauts think it's time for a reboot, but HAL ain't about that life, so boom, down goes Frank Poole. Dave Bowman ultimately shuts HAL down and finds out he's actually heading to the next monolith, which opens up and sucks him into the Stargate. Hey, look, brighty colors. Dave makes it to alien land and gets stuffed in a human zoo to be observed. He gets old, dies, and is reborn as this thing, the Star Child, and he's coming to an Earth near you. Makes sense? Sure it does. Now on to the categories. Category 1, monkey business. We're talking about whether or not a movie holds up, right? There's so much new content being made every day that we here at VHS are discussing, albeit in a fairly silly way, whether these classic films are still worth your modern time. One of the big issues that keeps classic films from holding up, as it were, is the pacing. And it's not your fault. We all become accustomed to the filmmaking trends of our own time, and there's no mistaking that film pacing has gotten faster and more frenetic each decade that the art form has existed. So it's no surprise that many viewers find 2001 to be slowly paced and not gripping enough for them to stick with. Kubrick does himself no favors by opening with a 20-minute segment with no dialogue, featuring dancers in ape costumes, not the best ones by the way, locked in a watering hole turf battle. What even happens with the big cosmic chocolate bar? You know that's called the monolith, right? I don't have to euphemize it every time. We can just monolith. That's the monolith, okay? So what happens with the monolith? Is it actually making that noise that we're hearing, or is that supposed to just be like the cool soundtrack for the film? One example I remember is the monolith displaying, say, like a triangle on one of its sides. The triangle stays there until an ape hits it with a rock. Then the monolith moves the triangle to another location, rinse and repeat. Like I said, you can see it training the apes. And to me, that's what's so compelling about this whole opening sequence if you can get yourself into it. These apes are locked in an unending struggle of fist versus fist. Who has the toughest fist? Who has the most fists? That's it. That's who wins forever until the seed is planted. The mind mutates. And Moonwatcher sees a pile of taper bones in a way he has never seen them before. But what is so amazingly gripping about this sequence isn't just, hooray, Moondancer wins, we get the water. This is not a happy moment for us at all. Violence, weapons, bombs, the future. It all started here. The day that balance on Earth died. And just like that, boom! We pushed into the stars with our mighty tools, knowing not what we would find, but stupidly assuming we could handle it. Category 2, the slow pot. Everyone knows about the HAL 9000 sequence in the back half of 2001. Even people who haven't seen 2001 very much know about HAL 9000. He's terrifying. That whole sequence exists on a razor's edge. It's awesome. But the pot starts boiling way earlier than that, and I think a lot of viewers miss out on it. I would like to show you a couple examples from the earlier Haywood-Floyd sequence on his way up to Clavius that start injecting some tension early on to the proceedings. Number 1, Floyd looks into a Russian man's soul. Check out this friendly conversation Haywood-Floyd has with some Russians who are on their way home from the moon, which is where Floyd is headed.
Where you all off to? Up or down?
More specifically than just the moon, Floyd is going up to Clavius Base, which has mysteriously ceased all communications amid rumors of an epidemic spreading through the base. What may not be clear right away is that our man Haywood-Floyd is like a top dog for the US or like World Council that's in charge of everything, okay? Floyd is a big deal. He's the regulator that the world government sends in to lock shit down. You see what I'm saying? He's the one who gives the super secret post-HAL briefing to Dave Bowman. I mean, this man is up in there. And William Sylvester's portrayal here is amazing. Floyd comes off as the nicest guy in the world. Super pleasant. He talks birthday presents with his little daughter. So cute. He even chit-chats politely with a bunch of weirdos while he's late for dinner.
I'm just on my way up to Clavius.
He keeps it cool.
Oh, really?
Until this asshole pushes a little too far on the Clavius shit.
Sorry, Dr. Smithlow, but I'm really not at liberty to discuss this.
Holy shit. My man is shook to his core. Look at how Floyd completely eye-fucks this guy. And then Floyd's so quiet when he responds, but his tone is like an octave deeper now.
As I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
Kubrick's filming style is a little deliberately detached at times, so I get that can make it hard for some casual viewers to sink into this movie. But if you can give a little bit more of yourself to the viewing equation, this movie will get its hooks into you. Number 2, did he just say loyalty oaths? Another great example is this initial briefing at Clavius. Hey look, no one here seems epidemic-y at all, so something else is clearly going on. And yes, I know that this is a famous movie, and you already know it's some alien shit coming up. But for the purposes of this exercise, I'm begging you, put yourself in the shoes of someone seeing this movie for the very first time in 1968 with no context. Okay? If you can do that, you'll realize this scene is super tense. Floyd gets up to give his remarks to everybody, and you know everyone in this room is hoping to God he says, you know what guys, forget all this epidemic silliness, y'all can just go home while we f*** around with this alien shit. But that ain't what he says.
I know there have been some conflicting views held by some of you regarding the need for complete security in this matter.
It's the way Floyd has to play all his communications with these guys through the corporate nice guy filter that really unnerves me. Everybody's pushing him for answers, and he's got to stop himself from yelling, "Bro, we're f***ed up here. If that alien shit turns out to be dangerous or super valuable, y'all may never leave this place. Council don't want nobody running around Earth profiting, spreading information they can't control. Epidemic, f*** that. The Council will murk all our asses and pin it on some quado resistance motherfuckers if they want to. So how about y'all just shut up and play ball, and I'll see if I can save your dumb asses."
Well, I think that's about it. Any questions?
All that subtext is truly existing beneath the surface of these muted conversations. Veiled threats. Words meant to imply that it would be best not to ask questions at a briefing where we're supposed to ask questions. And then Floyd tosses out this one.
Oh yes, as some of you already know, the Council has requested that formal security oaths be obtained in writing from everyone who has any knowledge of this event.
Oh, this dude's for real, y'all. Hey, sign me up, Mr. Dr. Floyd, sir. I'll sign 2 of them bad boys. I just where is my space pen when I need it? Category 3, the Stargate. Ranked. This is the groundbreaking sequence at the end of the film where astronaut Dave Bowman travels to another galaxy, dimension, whatever. Some people hate the Stargate sequence. They say it's cheesy and nonsensical. Some people love this sequence. Some people love getting high and going to theaters and freaking out during this sequence. Don't do that. But which of the repeated motifs in the Stargate sequence are the most effective, the most evocative, the most Stargatey? Let's find out as we rank the Stargate. Number 5, color-filtered landscapes. Yeah, it's okay if you think these things are kind of cheesy. That's okay. I think they're kind of cheesy too. I mean, they're just landscape helicopter shots with some color filters on them, so yeah. I mean, I bet they were pretty cool in 1968, but were they? Like, was that even cool then? Are these supposed to be like, what even is this, right? Are these alien worlds? Is this an alien world? It's purple on this planet, it's orange on this planet, this is a green planet? I thought we're the blue planet? Color-washed deserts? Cool. Number 4, eye colors. Okay, now here, the color filters work a lot better. I think these have a really wonderful, like terrifying effect of showing how reality is changing right in front of Dave Bowman's eyes. And he's like paralyzed by it. He can't even conceive of what he's seeing, right? He's just staring wide-eyed out the visor at something he does not understand. Plus, it gives us this nice transition element back to normal color. Ooh, and look, we're in the Deep Space Human Zoo Hotel. Number 3, swirling galaxies. If my memory serves, these are created by filming oil or paint swirling in water, and it's a gorgeous effect. It's very cool. It's organic looking, it's super weird, which really helps the weirdness of the Stargate being outside of our own understanding of what's happening to us. And also, the cool thing about this is, it's definitely being recreated in a film school somewhere right now, right? Like someone's doing this right now and turning it in for credit and pretending they didn't see it in 2001. Film students. Number 2, flying diamonds. These things are terrifying, right? What the hell am I even looking at? They're so frightening. Are they ships? Are they beacons? This is such mind-bending design from 1968. I'm telling you, these things live in my head rent-free. What is that? Number 1, long exposure light patterns. This is the best stuff. These are the best bits. These things are crazy. These are gorgeous. These are the showpiece of the Stargate sequence, right? And it's one of those things where you watch the movie, you watch that movie now and think, knowing that there's no CGI, how is something like this even created? How is this made? Well, I'll tell you.
No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
Streak photography. Open the shutter for 10 seconds. A headlight becomes a bar of light, a long, called a streak exposure or a blur. Now, if you just imagine for a second a fluorescent tube or a piece of neon and you moved it, it becomes a plane. You could blink it on and off in some kind of a pattern. It would become a plane with a pattern on it.
The verdict. So does 2001, A Space Odyssey, hold up to a modern viewing? Well, sure, man. I mean, it's just as much homework now as it was back in 1968. But that's why we turn to high art inside of entertaining mediums. Because sometimes it feels great trying to solve a puzzle, trying to notice technique, trying just to keep up with the filmmaker. Sometimes you want a cheap beer at the end of a long day because it's cold and it's right at hand. Some days you want to go to a microbrewery up a tree somewhere to marvel at the nuances they can squeeze into a bottle of suds. Even though you'll never know how it was made, just by tasting it, you'll know that the process was very difficult and that it was worth it. And there you have it. It's the Hollywood Holdup featuring 2001, A Space Odyssey. Our future season is wrapping up next week with one of my personal favorite movies of all time, so I hope you will come back and join me for the finale. Until then, we live here, only on VHS. Take 'em home, Craig 9000.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and please like and subscribe. Check out more of our videos. Leave a comment. Or don't. You do you.